Hey, Maximizers. Welcome to my live. Oh, I smeared that. Let me clear that. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. Let me clear my camera. There we go, much better. My name is Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I'm a content coach, and I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales. I've been creating content on social media as a business owner since 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, and how to meal plan. In 2023, I made a pivot and I decided that I didn't want to be a business coach anymore. I accidentally became a business coach in 2020. And I realized in 2023 that I didn't want to be a coupon coach anymore. So I said, I'm going to be a business coach full time. But I wasn't really fulfilled in my business coaching in the sense of like, I was a business coach to everybody doing all the things. I didn't have anything that was my secret sauce. So I said, what do I do well? What have I helped my clients with? And what is the thing that I can help others with easily? The answer to that question was content. Since 2018, I have created over 2,000 YouTube videos across 2 YouTube channels. I've gone live over 1,000 times. So I've done free lives like the one you're watching right now. And I've also done lives in my paid communities. I had a coupon membership. I've had a business membership, a side hustle membership, a YouTube program. So I've gone live in all of these places. So I've gone live over 1,000 times. And from the 2,000 videos, the 1,000 lives, countless TikTok videos and Instagram videos, I've been able to make over $400,000 in my business. I've been able to make over $400,000 and 99% of it has come from content. I've been able to make 4 and 5 figure brand deals. I've been able to make tens of thousands of dollars from affiliate income. I've made money directly from every single platform. I've made over $35,000 on YouTube. I've made money from Instagram. I've made money from TikTok. I've made money from Facebook. And I have the biggest chunk of money I've been able to make is I've been able to use my social media, create organic content, and sell my coaching programs. I don't sell ebooks. I don't sell courses. I don't sell digital products. I sell one-on-one coaching. I sell group coaching, workshops, boot camps, masterclasses. And I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars selling my services through my content. Okay. So the one thing that I do really, really well, one of the things I do really, really well is content. So I said, you know what? I need to be a content coach. Once I decided on that clarity at the end of 2024, I was signing clients like that. Because as a business owner, if you are not clear about what problem you're solving for your audience, you're most likely not going to be making a lot of sales. And I knew I was helping people solve the problem of like getting help in their business, but it wasn't specific. When I specifically narrowed down that I want to help you with your content, I want to help you create consistent content so you can make more sales, then I started signing clients. So that is how I became a content coach. That's like the really short version because I only plan to go live for about 30 minutes because I'm in the middle of doing my hair. I have 2 rows left of doing my hair, and I promised myself and Kinsley that I would finish my hair before I went to bed tonight. So that is the 3-minute version of how I became Krista Maximizer, the content coach. Now, for tonight's live, I want to talk about showing up consistently in your business. Consistency is the key to success. I don't care what you're doing in your life, you need to be consistent. You want to lose weight, you got to be consistent. You want to eat better, you got to be consistent. You want to drink more water, you got to be consistent. You want to be a better partner, you want to be a better mother, you want to be a better co-worker at work, whatever it is you're working on to be better at, you got to be consistent with it. Most of these things are not things that you can do once and let it go. You want your house to stay clean, you have to consistently clean it. Cleaning once a month is not going to give you that new house clean feeling that you're looking for. Bare minimum, you need to be cleaning once a week. Bare minimum. And some people clean multiple times per week, right? So the consistency is the key to everything. So I want to talk to you about how you can consistently show up in your business to help you get the results that you desire. Now, what I would love to hear from is you all. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and tell me what your business is. Tell me what you sell. Tell me what problem you solve in your business. So again, where are you watching from? What city, what state, what country are you watching? What is your business? What do you sell and who do you help? Let me know in the comments. So I am in the Orlando area. And as I stated, I'm a content coach and I help product based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales. I have one on one coaching that is all I sell at the current moment. So I have 9 months of one on one coaching. It's my content consistency and cash coaching. And I have my 90-minute one time content strategy session where I help you create 30 days worth of content and you can leave the strategy session ready to record it. So that's where I'm where I'm at and what my business is. So let me know in the comments, where are you watching from and what your business is. And I'm just going to start digging into these tips because like I said, only have about 25 more minutes to go live because I need to finish my hair and I don't want to be up half the night, but I refuse to go to sleep until my hair is done. Okay, so quickly, let's get through this. If you have any questions, you can drop those in the comments as well. So if you have any questions about showing up consistently in your business, creating content for your business, let me know down in the comments. I have been running my business since 2019. Now, in 2018, I started my YouTube channel and I started building my audience. I didn't start selling my services and I started off selling a $5 membership. I didn't start selling my services until the spring of 2019. I didn't start selling my services until the spring of 2019. So I had been Krista Maximizer. In August will be 7 years. So 7 years I've been Krista Maximizer. 6 years I've actually been making money. I started making money as Krista Maximizer in January of 2019. So I've been making money for 6 years and I've been building this audience, building my platform, building my online personality, building my business since 2018. Elisa's here. Hey, Elisa. Hey, from Maryland. I'm a postpartum doula, and I help new moms overcome exhaustion and overwhelm by providing hands-on postpartum support. That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining, Elisa. So excited to have you here. Please make sure you're on my email list if you're not on it already. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions about showing up in your business or creating content for your business. Hey, Shay, thank you so much for those gifts. All right. So my tip number 1 for you for showing up consistently in your business is you have to set goals for your business. That is one thing that I learned when I hired my first business coach, and I went full time in my business in August of 2019 because that's when I got fired. Hey, Shay, I'm doing well. How are you today? I'm in the middle of doing my hair. I got 2 rows left to finish this head, 2 rows left of twist to do. So that's where I'm in right now. Trying to get through this live because I did not go live yesterday because I was dead dog tired. And I started my hair yesterday and I had running around to do, like, it was just a hot mess. But I was like, okay, get back on the horse because I most likely am going to extend the challenge and go live a little bit more because we haven't met our goal yet and we're trying to meet our goal. So that's where I'm at today. But anywho, let's get into these tips on how to consistently show up. So what I was saying was, I started my YouTube channel in August 2018. I got fired from my corporate job August 2019 on my 1-year YouTube anniversary. So it was like the good Lord looking out for me. So I took my business full time the day I got fired. I literally filed for my LLC that week. Like I think the day or the day after I got fired, I filed for my LLC. It might have been the same day, honestly. And I had been flying by the seat of my pants for about 3 months. And then I hired my business coach. And one of the things that I learned from her was you have to set goals in your business. Now, I was setting, I don't want to say unrealistic goals, but I'm going to say unrealistic goals. Like for someone who was only making a few $1,000s in a few months from her business, as far as selling my services, I was getting paid monthly from YouTube. But as far as my $5 membership, I wasn't getting paid $5,000 a month from that. I was making like 1,000-ish a month from my $5 membership, maybe a little bit more. I didn't set goals in my business. I wasn't sales planning in my business. I didn't have yearly goals, quarterly goals, and monthly goals. I would just be like, oh, I want 20 people to join my membership this month. That's only $100 because the membership's $5. You know what I mean? So what I learned from my $1 million millionaire business coach was you have to set goals. You have to know where you're going. You have to know what your goal is. So that way you can set up a plan to get what you want. You can't show up consistently if you don't know what you're showing up for, why you're showing up, and what the means to the end is. So, like me, I don't like just going for a drive. I've learned about myself that I like structure and knowing what my goal is like for the year. If my goal was to make 50,000, okay, that is easy for me to focus on and be consistent. On average, I need to make about $5,000 a month. That'll get me a little over 50. But if I'm shooting for 5,000 every month, even if I get to 3,000, 3,500, I still can get to that 50 in 12 months. Does this make sense? Yes or no? 5,000 a month will give me 60, but there's going to be some months where I probably only make 2,000, and there may be a month or two where I make 7 or 8,000, maybe 10,000 in a month. So you need to set clear business goals for your business. I suggest, this is me personally, based on your business, I do calendar year goals. For instance, your goal was to make 50,000 for the year. 50,000 for the year is about, easy math, 5,000 per month. If your product costs $100, okay, you need to sell 50 in a month to get to 5,000. If on average you sell 30 to 35, okay, that's only about 15 to 20 more per month. Does this make sense? Yes or no? When you set goals, you can break it up, make it bite size, and you can actually get to the goals that you want. You can get the results that you desire when you know what you want and you can make a plan to get there. I need to set business goals. Yes. Yes, you do. Okay. I'd love to help you with that, Shay. I'd love to help you. Let me know when you are ready to get help with that, because I'd love to help you set goals and I'd love to help you show up consistently in your business and with your content. Okay. You need to set goals for yourself. So I suggest for the year, and then you break them down to the quarter, then you break them down to the month, and then you break them down to the week. Okay. My next tip for you is to decide your level of consistency. Hey, Lydia, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. For those of you who don't know, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I cracked my laptop screen. Okay. I'm ordering my new laptop this weekend, but I cracked my laptop screen. And if you see me looking to the left a lot, it's because I can see myself on YouTube over there versus being able to see myself on YouTube over here. So new laptop should be in next week because I'm going to order it. I'm going to order it on Saturday, I think Saturday or Sunday. So I'll pick it up Sunday, Monday. So I have a new laptop next week, which I'm super excited for. So if you see me looking over here a lot, it's because I can see myself in the comments over here versus this black laptop screen that is looking at me in my face. My second tip is, this is one thing that I feel like business owners skip over because they don't feel like they can determine this or choose this, or they don't know what to determine or what to choose. You choose your level of consistency. There's going to be a lot of noise if we talk about showing up for our business and showing up for our content, right? First, let's talk about showing up in our content. You're going to hear a lot of gurus on social media saying you need to post 3 to 5 times per day. Okay. As a business owner, I do not believe that to be true. Thank you, Muna. I do not believe that to be true as a business owner. 3 to 5 times a day is excessive when your number one goal is to make sales, okay? You create content to make sales, but your number one goal is not creating content. Your number one goal is to sell your products and services to your ideal clients, right? So you need to decide the level of consistency that you're going to show up. So I suggest for my clients 3 to 5 times per week on every platform except for YouTube. If you're doing long form YouTube videos, 1 to 2 videos per week is enough. 1 video long form a week is enough. Okay. Shorts, reels on Instagram or Facebook, and TikTok 3 to 5 times per week. Now, when it comes to showing up in your business, if your business is a side hustle, meaning you have a full-time 9 to 5, you have another thing or another person that pays your bills. As a side hustle, your consistency should look like 7 to 10 hours per week in your business. That's 1 hour per day. And on one of your days off, 2 to 3 hours. That should give you 7 to 10 hours per week. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen on TikTok if this makes sense. Yes, in the comments everywhere else if this makes sense.
Start the shortening in the bed now.
Yeah, because it's 10:30. Did you eat? Okay, eat and then shower. Okay? Are you hungry? If you're not hungry, you don't have to eat. So go take a shower, please. Thank you. And you got stuff on your face, so wash your face good. Okay? You decide your level of consistency. But if you want your side hustle, you want your business that you're working outside of your 9 to 5 to work, you have to show up for it. You cannot expect to work 3 to 5 hours a month on your business and get the results that you desire. Also, in the beginning stages of your business, you need to do a lot more than just post on social media. You need systems, you need processes, you need to get your back end of everything together. If you're shipping a product, you have so much to do on the back end that a lot of times business owners don't focus on. So that 1 hour per day is essential. If you're in the early stages of your business, 1 hour per day could be research. 1 hour per day could be planning out what you're actually going to sell, planning out who your ideal client is, planning out what problem you're helping them solve. Does this make sense? Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. I'm good. I miss you. What laptop are you getting? I need one too. So I'm getting a MacBook Air, the brand new MacBook Air. I currently have a MacBook Pro with the touch bar. They don't make that one anymore. And I don't need a MacBook Pro. And it's like almost $2,000, whereas I can get a MacBook Air, the one I want, for $1,000 because it's on sale at Best Buy right now. I'm a Mac girly. I'm only getting Mac laptops. Okay. So I'm going to get the MacBook Air M4, 15 inches Starlight, which I'm so excited for. So you decide your level of consistency. If you want to be serious about your business, you need to put that time in. Now, if you're full-time in your business, you probably have this a little bit down pat. But me, as someone who's full-time in my business, my goal is to work a minimum of 20 to 25 hours per week. 20 to 25 hours per week in my business is really all I need to do what I need to do. Most of the time that I spend in my business, I spend going live and I spend coaching my clients. That is what I do. I spend my time going live and I spend my time coaching my clients. That's the bulk of where I spend. Mostly because I love going live and it's my way to create my content. I do pre-recorded content, but live is my favorite way to show up. But I spend most of my time going live and coaching my clients. That's where the bulk of my hours go every single week. And then I have admin tasks, editing. And I'm behind on editing right now. But you decide your level of consistency. Do you recommend MacBook to people? I've had Dell. I've had HP. I think I've only had Dell and HP. Have I had any other laptop? I've used a Chromebook before. Honestly, I'm an Apple girl. So I have iPhone. I have a MacBook. I have AirPods. I have the Mac mouse, Mac keyboard. But I don't have an iPad. I own iPad. Like Kinsley's had iPads. I have one of her old iPads that the battery's not as good. I don't use it. But I would say yes. I would say out of all the other laptops, I've had a crap ton of Dells, a crap ton of HPs in my life. And this MacBook, if I wouldn't have cracked the screen, probably would have worked good for me for another 3 to 5 years. It has been easy for me to use it. It doesn't have any of the issues that the other laptops have, like worrying about viruses and have to put virus protection on. Like, I don't have to worry about any of that. It syncs with my iPhone. Now, I use my laptop for work, but it's synced with my personal phone. But it's very easy for me to airdrop things, share my files. I can log into my iCloud from anywhere, and I can get all the things that I need. So personally, I would say yes, it's an investment, but it's well worth the investment. I remember when I got into YouTube, I was using my laptop that I got from college. Okay. And I was like 6 years removed from college, but I hadn't really used my personal laptop for much. I had started another business, so I had been using my old personal laptop for that. Then I ended up paying to get that one service, like $100 or $200. Then I ended up buying a touchscreen laptop for another $500 or $600 plus the virus protection. So I had spent close to $1,000 in like 7 months trying to get the Dell or HP, I think it was HP, trying to get it together, and it didn't work. And then when I got fired, I was like, I'm pulling the plug. I need a better computer. I need more space. I need more storage. I need something better. And these laptops weren't working. So because I edit on my phone, I was like, I'm gonna just get a MacBook. And I bought this MacBook Pro and it was like $2,000 But I was like, I can get a MacBook Air for like $1,000. So that's what I'm getting now. So you decide your level of consistency. Okay. Next, when it comes to showing up in your business, you want to plan your content for the month, because you have to think about your content is your marketing. Your content is how you get in front of your ideal clients. Your content is how you're going to build your audience of ideal clients. And your content is something that you want to be going and you not worrying about it every single day. If you're waking up every day as a business owner and being like, what do I post today? I didn't put my lip gloss on. What do I post today? Oh, I need something to post today. Let me scroll for inspiration, which I absolutely hate. Let me scroll for inspiration and see what I can post today. You're already behind the 8 ball, okay? You want to run your content and run your business with a plan and a schedule. So if you want to be consistent with your content, you have to plan it. So I teach my clients how to plan their content for the month. You do that by deciding how many times you want to post per week. Remember, we talked about 3 to 5 times per week. And how many pieces of content you need. So if you post 3 times a week, you need 12 videos for the month. You post 5 times a week, you need 20 videos for the month. Okay. So plan out your content for the month, and this is going to allow your marketing to show up automatically and consistently, and you won't have to worry about it. So I was just coaching one of my clients, and I was like, okay, this is what the cadence kind of looks like. You spend 1 week deciding your topics. You spend 1 week outlining your topics. You spend 1 week, 1 or 2 days max, recording your content. And then you spend 1 week editing the first 3 to 6 videos. Every week after that, after your first initial 4 weeks, you're going to have to edit 3 videos a week so that you always have them scheduled, but you also still have to do the other process. So it'll look like choosing my video topics, editing 3 videos. Outlining my video topics, editing 3 videos. Recording my videos for the month, editing 3 videos. Then the last one will be we're editing 6 videos. Okay? Which you could just keep it with your 3, because if you do 3 every week, you're always at the 12. That's what your cadence will look like to plan your content for the month and always be ahead. And giving yourself a whole week to do the task, you got 7 days. And if you get it done faster, you can move on to the next task. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. So you plan your content for the month is going to allow you to show up on your social media platforms consistently without you having to think. My next tip for you is one of my favorite tips. This is something that has completely changed the way that I work. If you want to be consistent in your business, create a weekly to-do list. A weekly to-do list is 10 times better, in my opinion, than a daily to-do list. I want you to put a number 1 in the comments. If you make daily to-do lists on sticky notes and you have been in a place where you have 8 things to do today, you only get 2 of them done. So you transfer those 6 things to tomorrow, but you already had 5 things that you planned on doing tomorrow. So now you don't have 5 things to do tomorrow. You have 11 things to do tomorrow. And then maybe tomorrow you're a little bit productive and you get 6 things done. But 6 out of 11 leaves you with what? 5 more to do? So you have 5 from that day, but then you have 8 on the next day. So you're back up to 13 and you always feel behind. Put a number 1 in the chat if you felt like that with the to-do list. Or your to-do list is so long that when you cross off one thing, you still don't feel like you did anything because there's 9 things left that you didn't get to do. I'm raising my hand. I used to feel behind. I used to start my day feeling behind because it's like, I didn't finish this from yesterday. I didn't finish this from Friday. I need to do this. I couldn't get through it. It was defeating me. I felt defeated before I started. And then it's like, well, I don't have time to do anything. So I'm just going to do nothing. I don't have time to do it all. So I'm going to do nothing. Okay. I was an all or nothing thinking kind of girl. Then I don't know what happened. When I stopped using my paper planner because I was on the road and I was traveling, I was like, because I know I'm not going to be able to work every single day in my business. I don't work in my business 7 days, 5 days. I just don't. There are full days where I don't do anything for my business, especially when I'm on the road and traveling for my second side hustle. There's some days where I don't have the time to work on my business. So I said, let me just write out all my weekly tasks and then just pull from my weekly tasks. So for instance, let's just say I only had Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday to work in my business. That's 4 days. What I would do is I would put 10 to 15 weekly tasks on my to-do list in priority order. Like, these things need to be done first. These things need to be done, but it's like not immediate for this week. Maybe they're for next week. When I had time, I have a 3-hour work block. I would sit down. I would just go through my weekly to-do list in priority order. What can I get done in these 3 hours? And then I would check it off. I was so productive. Then the next day, maybe I only had a 90-minute work block. Okay, what can I get done in 90 minutes? Then maybe the next day, my whole day's free. I have 8 hours to work on my business. I'm do this. The weekly to-do list changed my life. I'm able now to just focus on doing my work and not focus on what I'm behind on. If I start a task, but I can't finish it, okay, I just put in my weekly to-do list. If I had to come up with 12 video topics and I only did 6, I'm like, okay, 6 out of 12 done. So then the next day I just pick up doing my six of them. And then maybe I do some other things too. But I don't start my days feeling behind because everything's done for the week. Literally, weekly to-do list is a game changer. I don't think I've made a video on this. I should probably make a video on this. Hold on. Let me add this to my Airtable right now. Okay. Added that to my Airtable because I realized it's a concept that I teach that I haven't put in a YouTube video. And I pretty much put all of my concepts in the YouTube video because, why not? Okay. So weekly to-do list. Will this be on YouTube? Yes. Hey, how are you? Thanks for popping on. You're going to have to make a video that shows how to use Airtable. I do have a video on how to choose Airtable. And I also have a client-only video. I have a specific client-only video. Send me a message in Voxer, and I'll get you the link to that. Send me a message in Voxer, and I can give you the Airtable video. I don't have a weekly to-do list video for sure. But we can talk about that on our next call or talk about it in Voxer. But I definitely have a Voxer. I have a client video on how I use Airtable that you can get. So just send me a message and I'll get that to you most likely tomorrow because I'm finishing my hair tonight. Okay. Okay. So weekly to-do list. My next tip for you, if you want to be consistent in your business, use a calendar to manage your time and track your working hours. One thing that I realized early on in my business is that I would do a lot of stuff and then I would be like, what did I do today? Because in the early part of my business, 2018 to 2022, I was doing a lot of things on paper. It's so funny because I'm moving and I'm packing everything and I'm going through everything. And I found so many journals and half written in notebooks. My journals are good because I journal in one book for the whole year pretty much. But I have notebooks that I only wrote in like 5 pages. And then this one's like halfway done. Then this one I wrote on 2 pages. And I just had, for lack of better terms, I had shit everywhere. And I wasn't good at being able to see what actually had I done. And most importantly, how long does it take me to do a task? That was the thing that got me the most. How long does it take me to edit a video if the video is 10 minutes? How long does it take me to write sales emails? How long does it take me to prepare for one live? So I say use a calendar to manage your time. So if you know what hour per day you're going to work on your business, you want to put that in your calendar and protect that time like you protect the time that you have to show up for things for your kids. You protect the time that you have to go to your 9 to 5, a meeting with your boss, you go to church. Put that time on your calendar so that you show up for yourself. And then second, start tracking your time today. I use an app called Toggl, Toggl. And before I do anything, like right now, it's tracking. I type in social media live and I give everything a project. The reason why you give everything a project is because at the end of the week or the end of the month, I can see where I spent most of my time. This week, I haven't worked a lot of hours because I've been doing family stuff, like family packing, my hair. But this Toggl tells me that so far this week, I've spent 3 hours and 1 minute going live. I spent 1 hour and 30 minutes coaching clients, right? I spent 1 hour and 16 minutes preparing for live. I spent 1 hour doing challenge stuff, right? I spent 10 minutes writing an email. This thing will give me so many different reports so that I can see exactly where I'm spending my time. And I can go back to last week. Last week, why does it still say the same amount? Hold on, let me see. That doesn't, I feel like it should be more than that. That's the same. Okay, I think I'm not in the right view. I think it's showing me my current week even when I go to last week. It's not updating. Point being, here it is. Last week, I went live for 7 hours and 49 minutes. Like, I can literally look. I spent 3 hours editing last week. I spent 3 hours coaching last week, right? Like, I can literally go through and I can see everything that I've spent time on. So I know that with that editing, I can see how many videos did I edit. I want to say that I edited like 3 short form videos in an hour, and I edited 2 long form videos in an hour. You can be as specific as you want to be in Toggl and put in exactly what you're doing. You can even do so much as edited 1 video, edited short form video, edited long form video, wrote an email, did TikTok comment replies. I'll put that in too. When I'm engaging with my audience, when I'm doing follow-ups, everything. This is going to change your life when it comes to being consistent, because you will know how long it takes you to do a task. So if you have an hour of time scheduled on your calendar, you'll know what you can do in an hour. You'll see how long it takes you. Some stuff, it was taking me too long to do. And I was like, okay, what's the holdup here? A lot of times it was my procrastination because it was something I didn't want to do. So I was taking longer to do it. When I changed my mindset, it was like, okay, I'm going to get this done. I would shave off like half the time. So it's been very pivotal in being consistent to use a calendar to track my time. To use a calendar to manage my time, as in, when am I working? What are my work blocks? And then tracking my tasks of like what I'm doing when I'm working. Okay. Which brings me, my sister's calling me. Which brings me to the next thing that I already alluded to. Put your working time on your calendar. Okay. Especially my side hustlers. Muna's on here, so she can attest that I actually do tell my clients to do this. I told her, look at your calendar. When are you working on your business, and put it in your calendar? So are you waking up early before your kids? Are you staying up late after your kids? Are you working on your lunch break? Are you working as soon as you get home from work? Are you taking a little bit of a break and then you're working on your business? Put the time on your calendar so that you show up for yourself. If you're serious about your business and it's a priority, you have to put it on your calendar. That's another key to being consistent. Putting the time on your calendar, your actual working hours, okay? And then my last tip for you when it comes to being consistent is something very simple that I had to remind myself of. And I remind myself of this often. Honor your business like you honor everything and everybody else. A lot of times we will put our business, especially when it's a side hustle, on the back burner for everything and everybody else. But you have to decide that your business is important and that your business is a priority, and you have to be consistent in it. It will not grow if you don't nurture it. Okay. So if you're showing up once every 2 weeks. You're going to get once every 2 weeks results. And I know that's not the results that most of us want. All of the above, but I have been putting the time the past couple days, but I'll get it sorted out on the weekend. You got this. And it takes time. I'm good now, but it took me a few years to like find my groove. And now I feel like I found a really great method for me working. So with my weekly to-do list, I start my weeks off with a brain dump. I start my months off with a brain dump. So I do a monthly brain dump of like, based on my yearly goals, what do I need to do for the month? And then each week, based on my yearly goals, my monthly brain dump of all the things I need to do, what am I doing for this week? I usually give myself, because I'm full-time, 10 to 15-ish things on my to-do list for the week. And then I give myself 20 to 25 hours to do it. Does that make sense? So honor your business like you honor everything else. Just like I work from home, okay? And sometimes my family will be calling me at all hours of the day and then get mad if I don't answer. If I tell them I'm on a call or on live, they respect it. I'm not saying that I've told them that I'm live or on a call and I haven't been live or on a call. Live, no, because they check. But I'm on a call. I got a client call. I can't talk. I'm busy. I'm working on my business. I've had to do that because they think that because you're at home and you're in charge of your business, you can just talk all the time. And I realized that I've had to make like those boundaries with myself and with my business, like block out my calendar time and like put my phone on do not disturb. Like if I was at a 9 to 5, I couldn't talk to you like this. Occasionally, yes, but not every single day during my working time. So it was really helpful for me in showing up that my calendar was built and that I was honoring my business time like I honored everything else. Hey, D, I just realized you were on here. Now, D, my biz bestie, listen. Sis got her office hours. She's like, oh, I'm working today from 2 to 7. I don't start work today till 12 o'clock. Like, she is on it with her time of her working schedule. On it. She knows when she's working and she knows what she's working on. Okay. You think I'm a planner? I'm pretty sure she has the rest of the year planned. And that's no shade or no tea. Like, I'm pretty sure she got the rest of 2025 planned. And by Q4, she going to be, Q4. October, she going to be and started her 2026 planning. Just be prepared. Okay. If she ain't started already. Like, it's so important. But she's getting more and more and more and more of what she wants because she is very consistent. She is very focused. She gets her shit done and she doesn't play. Her boundaries are great. She has great boundaries. Her family, her clients, they respect her boundaries because she protects her business and honors her time. We got to be more like D. Now, I'm not as rigid as her. My boundaries like, because there's some days when I don't work and I say that, but I'm always editing. Right now, I'm always recording a day in the life. So what I should say is that not every day do I sit down at this computer and work. But I would say every day I'm doing something for Kristen Maximizer because recording content all day, a day in the life, that's doing something. Editing, that's doing something. Voxing my clients, that's doing something. I do that every single day. Does she make YouTube videos and teach us that? No, she does not. She is like more of a consultant. She is an Instagram girly, but she doesn't teach her calendar boundary setup. I mean, but I can literally tell you, she literally just puts it on her calendar, decides her hours based on her life, right? Based on life, these are her set hours. But when needed, like, oh, we got vacation or somebody got a dentist appointment or this or that, she will update her hours for the week. But she has a standing out weekly, hourly that she works. And then as needed, she changes it. But I think you just have to start with, for you specifically, you've got to start with, these are the hours that I'm going to work on my business. 1 hour per day for you, whether it's early morning or late night. That's the first step for you is what 1 hour a day block can I work? And then we can move up to the other things. But we also have to start small. Like D has been, you've been full-time how many years? 3? Is it 3 years already? Time is flying. I think it's been 3 years. But she has had her business for a lot of years. 7 years, 6 years, 6 or 7 years. So when she wasn't full-time, she started with these boundaries because she had a full-time job. So she had to be strict with her part-time. And then when she went full-time, she's strict with a little bit of flexibility in there. But you start small, right? So you start small and do promo calendar complete. So funny. I am next month. People have been asking for that structure. 4 years this year. See, I was close. 4 years. Business for 6, 4 years full-time. Right? Can you believe it's been 4 years? I told my sister this. Me and my sister have been talking about this every day. I'm like, time is flying. Like, I've been talking about my sister's coming. My sister's coming on Monday. I can't believe it's that Monday. Like, and then she was low-key, high-key, not yelling at me, but she was just like, you should have made more progress packing up the house. Because she was like, well, what rooms need to be done? I pretty much named something needs to get done in every room. She was like, every room got to be touched. I was like, time is going so fast, sister. I just knew I had more time. It was just May. Now it's June. Like, I thought I had more time. And she's coming, and we're going to spend like a day and a half cleaning. We turned one of those days into a Disney day. We turned the other one of those days into a beach day. I'm like, we're supposed to be working. So we got one whole day to clean the house. But I think with both of us, we'll be able to like get the stuff packed. Because essentially, I need everything packed and ready to go by the following Monday, which is also scary. Okay? So crazy. But anywho, we're going to be more consistent in our business. Now, I need to go because I need to finish my hair because I got 2 rows left to finish my hair. I don't think I need to eat again because I'm good and it's freaking 11 o'clock. But I do want to finish my hair. And it's probably going to take me until at least 1 a.m. And I do not want to go to bed until my hair is done. Don't want to wake up tomorrow and have to do it. Thanks, D. It's two rows right here that I need to do. And then I'll be done. But I won't be done because then tomorrow I got to take out Kinsley's braids, wash Kinsley's hair, and then I'm going to do her twist on Sunday, right? I'm starting her hair on Sunday. I'm starting her hair Sunday night. Her hair only takes me 6 hours. This takes me 14 to 16 hours. So I think I have about 2-ish hours left to go. I'm going to work until my eyes water and I fall asleep from the couch. But her hair usually only takes 5 to 6 hours. So I'll do half on Sunday and finish the rest on Monday. Whew, like I done saved a few $100s, but geez. But honestly, this might be the fastest I've done my hair. I need to check and see because of course I'm tracking it. I am tracking it. On average, it takes me about 16 hours to do this. I'm tracking it, but it's not giving 16 hours right now. So I need to put the time into Toggle because since I don't have my laptop next to me, my Toggle app on my phone been acting up, but my Toggle on my laptop works just fine. But because my laptop screen is broken, I can't move it around the house like I usually do. And I would usually be watching a show on my laptop and putting my Toggle on, but I can't do that. So I've been writing down my start and end times in my notes app, and then I'm going to drop it all into Toggle so that I can let it calculate for me, and I don't got to manually count hours on my fingers. Okay. So, if you have any questions about showing up consistently, I got about 2 minutes, so drop your questions. If you don't have any questions, let me know, was this helpful? I am still doing my challenge. I don't have any money updates from yesterday. I did post a bunch of my stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and I've been doing some messages, but no one's bought yet. So if you're not familiar, I'm doing a 15K by June 15th challenge, and we still have $9,259.83 to go. And as I stated, I will extend this challenge till the end of June until I get my $9,259.83. So if you want to work with me, I know I talked about this at the beginning, go to KristenMaximizer.com, book a free sales call, and we can chat about working together to help you with your content, your consistency, and your cash. I'll have another update video tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday, and you know what that means? Side hustle. I'll be side hustling, doing Instacart all weekend. Probably not Shipt. I got a message today from Shipt that the app was acting up. Ain't gonna do that. We went to Legoland today, and apparently their breaker box caught on fire, and we couldn't go in Legoland because they didn't have any power. So it's like everything was breaking today, okay? So we drove 45 minutes to Legoland, couldn't get in, had to drive 45 minutes back home, had to bribe Kinsley with candy and sushi to be like, oh, we didn't go to Legoland. She was bummed. So I bought her candy and I bought her sushi. So I think I made up for it. Hi. Here she is now.
Hi.
So I bought her candy and I bought her sushi to like make up for the loss of Legoland. But in good news, I'm almost done my hair because of it. So I guess everything works out. So today has been a day. Today has been a day. But yes, we're side hustling all weekend, and hopefully we can sell a few things on Facebook Marketplace. Your chin. It hurts.
Okay.
Hopefully we can sell a few things on Facebook Marketplace. I need to put my couch on there, but I didn't. So far I put the cat tree, the cat carrier, that wedding dress that I bought. And there's one more thing that's up there. I posted 4 things.
I think you said you already said the couch, right?
I didn't put the couch. Oh, the washer and dryer.
Right.
The washer and dryer.
Isn't
So I need to do the couch. And I have a whole bunch of planner stuff. So if you are Erin Condren or a Happy Planner girl, I'm going to be doing some bundles, and I have a crap ton of stickers to get rid of. So that's what else I need to do and get that stuff up because I'll only have another week to sell before I'm gone. So I need to get that stuff up. So the planner stuff and the couch. The couch is going up tomorrow. The planner stuff will go up by Sunday because I'll be cleaning out my office. Okay.
My room's almost done.
Your room's almost done. The
There's just a
living
lot of
room's almost
junk on
done.
the bottom.
Yeah, you need to
Almost
sort the piles that are on the floor. Like moving sucks. But we have donated like 11 bags of clothes. We've thrown
You
away.
don't know how many garbage bags you have used in.
We filled up.
3
This is my
days.
second time filling up my recycle bin. I had papers in this house from 2021, receipts from 2021. Like I was just, ugh.
Even before that, from 2019. I've seen papers from 2019.
Why are you telling my business?
You said from 2019.
I had Kinsley shredding the papers with
I
all
just
of.
said from 2019, Mom. I didn't say anything else.
So yes, mommy had papers from 2019. Okay.
Oh, hi, Miss D. Yeah, she's still there.
So we've been slowly packing up the house. Apparently, Moose said we ain't making enough progress. So I gotta have my whole office done by Monday, your room done by Monday, the rest of the living room done by Monday. Because Moo comes on Monday. And we're working on the garage. And I was like, oh, we got to get the spider webs. She's like, I'm not getting the spider webs. I'm like, I'll get the spider webs.
I'm power wash.
We're going to wear shower caps so the spiders don't fall in our hair.
You mean your hair? I ain't going no near spiders. I'm not going near spiders. Cobwebs or whatever.
We're going to come and regulate. Girl, she already is on my butt talking about you should have more done. So I'm going to have everything cleared off this office, off this table. I have some old laptops, old iPads, old iPhones, old electronics. So even
we found her old iPod.
Oh, she found my iPod Touch. So vintage. So I realized that there's places online that even if they don't give me anything, I need to get rid of these old laptops because they are not usable anymore. Like some of them don't even turn on. So I found the electronic place that does recycling. But I'm hoping I can make about $50 from selling these old electronics that don't work no more. And also this monitor.
Has it been? Oh, I've seen it up.
It was working. It worked for a few days for me, but now it croaked out. But I'm going to see if I can sell that too. Back to them. So if I can get rid of, make another $50, every dollar counts. So anywho, that's enough of my yapping. I will most likely be live tomorrow, but tomorrow's an Instacart day, so I'll be out all day Instacart, and that's all my hair
and
needs
she's
to get
taking
done
me to
tonight.
the park.
No, you went to the park today.
But you told me you go to the park.
You went to the park today.
Barely.
Did you brush your teeth?
Yes, I did.
Let me smell your breath.
Ew,
Let me smell your breath.
your breath smell bad.
Okay, let me smell yours. You didn't brush your teeth. Go brush your teeth.
I did.
No, baby liar. I still see the blue pub. What's that stuff he was eating?
Mom, that stuff wasn't blue.
The blue raspberry.
The flavor was blue raspberry, but it was clear.
Oh, the wrapper was just blue? Oh.
Because it was blue raspberry flavor.
Go brush your teeth again, please.
Okay, bye.
Bye. What are your thoughts on purchasing a used MacBook? Listen, if that is in your budget, do it. And me personally, stuff like that, I'm weird about. I personally would only buy a new one, but that's me. If you're going to buy a used one, get certified refurbished from Best Buy or Apple. A MacBook is not something that I would probably buy on like Facebook Marketplace or something. I would buy certified refurbished from Apple or Best Buy, like used. That's not something I wouldn't buy like third party. But I'm also the weirdo who only wants to buy a new car, which I know the depreciation and all that stuff, but I'm like a car, a laptop, a phone. I'm just buying it new because I'm going to keep it until I can't use it anymore. That's just me personally. I've gotten used laptops before, like those Dells and those HPs. I had used ones before. Didn't work out long term. If I wouldn't have dropped this MacBook, it would have been long term for me. But honestly, paying $2,000 and having it since 2019, I've had this pretty much since the month after I went full time, which is about 6 years. So this laptop has lasted me 6 years. This laptop has been there for almost all of the money that I've made as Krista Maximizer. So I feel like I've gotten more than my money's worth from this laptop. A $2,000 investment that lasted me 6 years. I'm not even upset. And technically it can still last me. And I could pay the $600 to fix the screen and it would be totally fine. So I'm not tripping, and I'm not going to get rid of this. I'm going to keep it because if I need a second laptop, or also I was also thinking like I could pay to fix the screen and Kinsley could just use this for herself. Like she get a used laptop to start, right? Instead of buying her a brand new one, I could pay to fix this screen and let her use this one while she's in school. Which is something I definitely thought about, doing. Unless you have like a friend or family member or someone you can buy used from, I wouldn't do it used. But okay, it's 11:15. Your girl needs to go because I need to go and finish my hair.
It's so funny.
What?
You say, okay, enough of my yapping, but you still yapping.
I gotta go. Kinsley needs a whipping.
No!
All right. Y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.